Okay, I think that it goes link you all to two angles that I heard. Is one, I want to clarify a little bit the difference between suffering motivation and legal motivation, and the other is between the individual and the collective. So I saw it all together. So with Caroline, as I was hearing you, it was striking that you described the transformation that happened in the Eichmann trial from the genocide, Lemkin genocide, which is very legal or technical, to the suffering. You say suffering was put on the table, but in my work I was comparing the Truth Commission in South Africa and the Eichmann trial, and you see a complete transformation regarding suffering. Because if you see how the suffering is working in Eichmann trial, it is reasoned, there is no crying, there is no discussion of the body, all of these that are becoming completely necessary, essential to a valid testimony in the Truth Commission. So even suffering, which I agree with you, was put on the table. It's a very different suffering from the suffering that we are looking for today with what we call the global victim. So I want to hear more about this transformation. Now, suffering leads me to Rivka and to Remote, because it was interesting for me. Rivka, you also picked up the motivation for, when you put on the table legal humanitarianism, you conceptualized humanitarianism as responding to suffering and to lessening suffering, something like this. But from what I heard you talk about the collective and so forth, it seemed to me that it's not about suffering at all. It's about legal rights, right? Recognition of collective groups. For example, the thing that set you out about the Jew. This is not about suffering. This is about, so it's interesting for me, and it's clear, and that's where you come in, because is suffering at all the motivation there? Because what I saw your work there is about legal rights, and you go back to recognizing nationality rights and so forth. So it's not about the suffering of individual victims. How do you conceptualize your intervention? Humanitarian or legal, in a sense that there are some legal categories that are missing here, recognizing the national group or whatever Sandy is saying. But then there is, of course, again, the tension between the individual and the collective that I think Sandy is referring to, because all these collective rights might undermine the rights of individuals. The more that you are looking at them as a collective, the legal case to work with is undermined, because human rights is about individuals. So I wanted to even explore more the tension between the individual and the collective, how it works out, because also Rivka hinted at it, and that was working. But and generally, just about the ICC, do they try genocide or not? What is the legal category that they want it in the ICC, or is it something else? So, but I really thought that the three of you together was a really fascinating combination.